Coffee and Headlines is brought to you by the generous support of our viewers and the following community partners. Best Cord Cutting TV, Bravo's Restaurant Bar, El Rey Lounge de Versalles, Joint Boutique Hotel and Cowork, Puerto Vallarta Neurofeedback, Puerto Vallarta Owners Reps, Oculto, and Siam Cocina Thai. Thank you for your support, and thank you for supporting our community partners. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines, our morning get-together live here on Facebook, where we take a look at news from our city, our state, our country. We take a look at your comments, your ideas, your suggestions. We combine all this information and try to put it to good use as a community of English-speaking locals living here in Puerto Vallarta. It is so nice outside. The breeze is coming in from my window. It is Wednesday. It is November 20th. Today is Mexican Revolution Day, so we're going to talk a little bit about that. And I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. It is the middle of the week, and as always, I have a few bits of news that I wish to share with you. And we also have not one, not two, but 3 letters from viewers that I wish to answer right here. But first, we'll take a look at the news. We'll take a look at our celebration, the celebration of Mexican Revolution, what it is about, what to expect and what not, and we'll take it from there. We start with something that doesn't surprise me, but apparently it is ruffling some feathers out there. The final highway stretch from Bucerias to Puerto Vallarta's International Airport, the one that is expected to be completed in the spring, will have another toll booth, which means, that's right, if you wish to get from Bucerias or La Cruz to Puerto Vallarta and do so quickly, you will have to pay for the privilege. And that doesn't surprise me. I mean, that's the way the toll highways work, isn't it? You get on the highway, it's fast, you pay for the privilege. We'll see how people react to that. Now, this is good news for 93% of the population because 93% of Puerto Vallarta has continuous running water, according to CEPAL. And this is 45 days into its new administration, so this is good news. The remaining 7% consists of colonias in the Upper Pitillal area, and they are experiencing temporary interruptions in service. However, CEPAL hopes to have all of Puerto Vallarta covered with running water in the beginning of 2025. And that's more good news. And here's more good news, otherwise known as There Goes the Waistline. All crispy junkies rejoice as the popular glazed donut chain has finally opened a shop in town. That's right. We've been able to purchase the sinful donuts at some Oxxos in town, but now we have an actual shop to explore. It is located within Liverpool at the Galerías Vallarta Shopping Center, and it opens today in half an hour. There you go. And of course, today is Revolution Day. There was a parade in town early this morning, so it is too late to warn you about traffic modifications in the downtown area. The parade must be over by now. It's usually a student parade, an athletic parade more than a military one. And in case you want to learn more about the tradition of the Mexican Revolution and its history, here's a little something for you to enjoy.
The 20th of November, known as El Día de la Revolución or Revolution Day, is a significant national holiday in Mexico that commemorates the start of the Mexican Revolution in 1910. The Mexican Revolution, spanning from 1910 to 1920, was a complex and multifaceted series of events fueled by a combination of political, social, and economic factors. In the decades leading up to the revolution, Mexico was marked by a stark divide between the ruling elite and the vast majority of the population, which faced widespread poverty and exploitation. At the heart of the revolution was the prolonged presidency of Porfirio Díaz, who had been in power since 1876. Díaz's regime was characterized by a strong centralization of power, widespread corruption, and the concentration of wealth among a small circle of elites. The authoritarian rule of Díaz stifled political dissent and limited opportunities for social mobility, leading to widespread discontent. One of the central grievances that fueled the revolution was the extreme social inequality prevalent in Mexico. The majority of the rural population, often indigenous communities, endured abject poverty while a small minority controlled vast expanses of land. The unequal distribution of land and resources became a catalyst for agrarian unrest, with peasants demanding land reforms and an end to their disenfranchisement. Francisco Madero emerged as a key figure in the early stages of the revolution. His call for democratic reforms and fair elections resonated with a broad spectrum of dissatisfied factions. The Plan of San Luis Potosí, proclaimed by Madero in 1910, called for an uprising against Díaz's regime and ignited the revolutionary spark. Parallel to Madero's movement, other revolutionary groups like the Magonistas, led by the Flores Magón brothers, and Emiliano Zapata Zapatistas in the South, focused on agrarian and social justice issues. Zapata, in particular, championed the cause of land redistribution, embodying the aspirations of the rural poor. The revolution was marked by shifting alliances and power struggles as various revolutionary factions vied for control. From the ousting of Díaz in 1911 to the rise and fall of different leaders, including Victoriano Huerta, Venustiano Carranza, and Álvaro Obregón, Mexico experienced a turbulent period of conflict and internal strife. The revolution also drew in foreign interests, particularly from the United States, as we've come to expect. The U.S. government, concerned about the safety of American investments in Mexico, played a role in supporting or opposing various factions, further complicating the dynamics of the conflict. Amid the chaos, the Constitutional Convention of 1917 produced a new constitution that addressed key issues such as land reform, labor rights, and the separation of church and state. This constitution, one of the most progressive of its time, aimed to address the social injustices that had fueled the revolution. While the Mexican Revolution resulted in significant political and social changes, including land redistribution and the establishment of a more democratic government, it came at a tremendous human cost. The decade-long conflict left an indelible mark on Mexican society, shaping the country's political landscape for decades to come. In summary, the Mexican Revolution was a response to years of authoritarian rule, social inequality, and economic exploitation. It was a complex and protracted struggle that involved diverse factions with varying goals, ultimately reshaping Mexico and laying the groundwork for a more inclusive and equitable society. Revolution Day is marked by various events and celebrations throughout the country. Here's how it is typically celebrated. Cities and towns across Mexico organize parades featuring school children, military personnel, and community groups. Participants often dress in costumes representing historical figures from the revolution, and the parades showcase traditional Mexican music, dance, and culture. Civic ceremonies are held in public spaces, and historical reenactments may take place, depicting key events from the revolution. These reenactments help educate the public, especially younger generations, about the historical significance of the day. Educational institutions play a crucial role in the celebration. Schools often organize special assemblies, presentations, and cultural activities that focus on the history of the Mexican Revolution. Students may participate in projects and performances related to the revolutionary period. Government buildings, monuments, and public spaces are adorned with Mexican flags, banners, and other patriotic decorations. Many people visit historical sites and monuments dedicated to key figures of the revolution, paying their respects and reflecting on the country's history. Like many Mexican celebrations, Revolution Day often involves the enjoyment of traditional Mexican food. Families and communities may gather for festive meals, featuring dishes that are representative of Mexican cuisine. The Mexican tricolor flag, with its green, white, and red stripes, is prominently displayed during the celebrations. Many people also decorate their homes and businesses with patriotic symbols emphasizing the national pride associated with the day. Revolution Day serves as a time for reflection on the struggles and sacrifices made during the Mexican Revolution. It is an occasion for Mexicans to remember the historical significance of the events and the impact they had on shaping the nation. Overall, the 20th of November is a day for Mexicans to come together, celebrate their shared history, and honor the ideals of justice, equality, and freedom that were at the core of the revolutionary movement. Thanks for watching.
Ta-ta-da-da. And that was our quick overview of the Mexican Revolution. I hope you feel a little bit heavier in history than you were before. Now let's take a quick look at the weather just to see what's going on out there. Are you ready to reap this freaky ass harvest? Says our snarky weatherman. It is 26 degrees out there right now. What a nice number. Humidity is at 75%. Our weather forecast for today says it's going to be humid with mostly cloudy skies throughout the day, a high of 28 and a low of 21. Tomorrow, we can expect a humid day with partly cloudy skies throughout the day, a high of 28 and a low of 21. And on Friday, a humid day with mostly clear skies throughout the day, a high of 29 and a low of 21. It was beautiful last night. It was very cool. It was fresh. A friend of mine poked fun at me because I said that it was chilly. But hey, it's what you'd call Mexican chili, I suppose. How cold is it? Mexican chili. Love it. Okay, so now we have some questions, some viewers' questions. I love getting viewer mail and I love answering it. And as usual, when I have a question and I see that the answer might be of help to more than one of you, I choose to answer here on the broadcast to benefit others. So we start with one of those. We have three. The first one. Hi, Paco. My wife and I watch your show on YouTube. We are relocating to the Puerto Vallarta area and are very interested in the El Tuito, El Columbio vicinity. Can you share some expat contacts in that area? We would love to learn more about day-to-day life there. Drew, thank you very much for your question. I don't have any personal contacts to share anymore that I would benefit, or not benefit, anymore that I would like somebody sharing my personal information. But I can tell you what I would do if I was interested in relocating to the Puerto Vallarta area and was interested in El Tuito. The first thing that I would do is I would look for El Tuito on Google. I would look for groups, Facebook groups. I would look for businesses. I would reach out to businesses directly. I know that there have to be community groups about El Tuito out there that you can reach out and tap into to find out more about the day-to-day. I have visited El Tuito this past few years. Well, I've been visited El Tuito many times, and it's a lovely, mellow community of mostly Spanish speakers. So that's something else that you may want to keep in mind. If you're interested in living in El Tuito or in any small town in Mexico that is far away from a tourism destination such as Puerto Vallarta, do make sure that your fluency of Spanish is there to hold your hand, because otherwise you may find yourself in a lonely situation. Good luck with that. The next question. Hi, Paco. Hello. I am interested in subscribing, supporting the great work you do. Please share a link or instructions on how to do so. Oh, that is easy. Oh, so easy. I'm going to put it up on the screen so you can see it. Okay, so all our support options are located in a website called Buy Me a Coffee. That's how I collect contributions from viewers like you. Thank you very much for wanting to help. If you go to this page, and the URL for this page is located in every day. Every day we publish the show notes. You can find it there. You can find it on my website. So you get to this page, and hold on just a second. I just ruined something here. I don't even know what I ruined. But you scroll down on this page, and you can see there's a Become a Member section here. And it says Clusterite, $5 a month. If you hit the Join button, you can find out how you can become an annual member, either $5 a month or $50 per year. And that's how you get all the wonderful options that you can get. Or you can also be a cluster angel, which is a higher tier, and become a member for $8 a month and $80 per year. Or last but not least, you can choose to just buy me one coffee or three coffees or as many coffees as you want. And every time you buy me a coffee, you are supporting $5 to Coffee and Headlines. And that's exactly how you go about it. I thank you very much, and I thank anyone for supporting our broadcast. We do produce some content from time to time that is only for subscribers and for contributors. But more than anything, you are supporting Coffee and Headlines because it is supporting you, I hope, in finding your place, your connections, your way of life here in Puerto Vallarta. But thanks again for reaching out. And I hope I answered your question, Shashanda. And I have one more. Hi, Paco. I gave a donation today just because as a thanks. Later on in the day, I saw your Guadalajara members only section, and I'd like to get that information. What is the cost for the membership? Is it 50 US annually? If so, can I pay the difference and get the membership? Well, thank you very much for that, Pam. I already answered the membership details. Unfortunately, because the money is handled by another website, which is called Buy Me a Coffee, parenthetically, Buy Me a Coffee supports a lot of online creators like myself. So they handle the money, they have the policies. I cannot credit a gift and turn it into a membership. So my suggestion to you is, again, the fact that you gifted me something which is very much appreciated will give you access to some things, maybe not all of them. My suggestion is test the waters, become acquainted with what's available here at Coffee and Headlines. And if you feel compelled to contribute or invest or otherwise support the projects that we produce here, then maybe pursue a membership. And I hope I answered your question properly. Also, today, I want to let you know that I found out there's going to be a free mariachi concert to commemorate Saint Cecilia, patron saint of musicians, this Friday at 9 p.m. at the Malecón, featuring two mariachi bands, the Joya de México Mariachi and the Estrellas de América all-women mariachi band. This sounds like something I would love to attend, but unfortunately, or fortunately, I'm going to be at the Teatro Sin Borders play instead. I also wish to remind you that there's going to be a cacao presentation and tasting that will take place at the Joint Boutique Hotel this Saturday at 11 a.m., in case you don't have any plans. And, of course, the return of Saturday Drag Brunch with Karma La Perra at the El Rey Lounge in Versalles. And this is a week from this Saturday, on Saturday the 7th. And, of course, all the spotlight spots are full. We have no more spots for this year. We will start announcing those new spots at the beginning of December for next year. So if you wish to be a part of the spotlight, unfortunately, we won't be able to welcome you until January. So, what else? And of course, tomorrow, gratitude. If you want to feel thankful, if you want to learn about music that'll inspire you to feel thankful, the date is tomorrow at 5 o'clock at the Joint Boutique Hotel and Cowork. And now, what am I looking for? I'm looking for this. Okay, so we have good mornings. We love the good mornings. Thank you very much for that. Many good mornings. Kathy, I hope you continue to feel better. Lingering coughs are not fun. Hello in Orilla, on Ontario. I suppose that is in Ontario. Hello, Liz. It's good to see you. Boom, 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 boom. Never ever tried a Krispy Kreme. Not that I don't have a sweet tooth, just no stores near me. Just be grateful for that, Betsy. They are wonderful. Let's see what else we have. Hello from Ajijic. Hola, Vicky. I hope you're having a good time over there. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Happy to have posted that video. Thank you very much for your comments. And I think this brings us to the end of today. Yes, absolutely wonderful lineup for the spotlight. I am so excited. We have a little bit of everything, and that's what I've always wanted the spotlight to be. Of course, this afternoon, we are going to be joined by two very interesting, hopefully new friends. Let me put that up on the screen again just to share with you before we leave. Today, we're going to meet with Megan Gallagher. She's going to tell us about community learning services through which she's able to pair visiting students with nonprofit foundations here so that the students can get immersed with the culture of giving and how it manifests itself here in Mexico. I don't know all the details, but I'm looking forward to learning them. And then we're going to meet Rafael Pate. I hope I'm pronouncing your last name properly. And Rafael had a show at the Palm Cabaret, blending medium reading, storytelling, and song. And I say had in the past tense because I understand he is moving or has moved to another venue. So we're going to find out more about his events and performances. And that is Coffee and Headlines for today. As always, I am grateful to see you, and I'm grateful for your questions and for the connections that we are able to create for you here. If you smiled, if you saved some money, if you learned a good idea, or whatever we do here was otherwise helpful to you, you know what to do. You know where to find all our support information. I shared it with you earlier, and it is up there in that link. And of course, if you would like to subscribe or follow or share or otherwise join our little universe, I thank you when you do that. And that is the end of today. Have an amazing day. I may see some of you live, some even in person this afternoon from the Joint as we broadcast the Spotlight. If not that, I will see you again tomorrow morning with more Coffee and Headlines. Have a great day.